Just wanted to share a little story, something that happened to me last year that I never really got around to speaking on. I felt like it was a good time there. So last year I was on my way to work on March 11th, 2024. I ride electric scooters, as you can see from my channel, electric bikes, stuff like that. But I had, so I was used to leaving a little early because, you know, around like 8 o'clock and all that, the buses and all that be running. So I used to get ahead of the buses, But that's when we used to go to work early. So I used to be able to go to work at 8 o'clock. But, schedule switched and, it was just from, just regular time, 9 to 5. But right around this time was when I had switched up my little riding schedule. And, so, I was leaving when there was a bit more traffic on the road. That's pretty much what I was trying to say. All right, so I leaves out, jumps on a scooter, get up, of course, and I get to a town called Lakeview, which I ride through, and I'm on a road called Woodfield, and coming to the intersection of Eagle. And as soon as I get there, it's a little bit of traffic coming both ways. I'm in a two-way lane. I'm going this way, the traffic is coming back the other way. And there's a guy at the intersection, he's waiting to make the left-hand turn. Now, I have the right of way because I'm right behind a car that just went through the intersection. And as I get to the intersection, the guy hits me. Boom! I flip off the scooter. I land horribly because, I'm not an Olympian. And I shattered the cuff that holds my leg in place. It's like that cuff thing that holds your leg. I shattered that. And it's extremely painful. Worst pain I've experienced in my life. And first and foremost, I'm grateful to still be here. I'm grateful to still be able to walk. I'm grateful to still be able to conduct myself and hold a conversation and comprehend. And so, boom. Now I get to the hospital. A hospital out here, South Shore. I'm not South Shore, sorry about that. What is that, South Side? Yeah, South Side. And when I get there, they tell me that the surgery that I need done, they don't perform it there. So they said they're gonna have to transfer me. So, I'm like, all right, no big deal. I can't be, mad about that. And, they tell me that they transfer me to Morningside, which is in Manhattan. So, I was a little upset about that. But they were saying that the doctor that I probably want to do my surgery is there. That's where he works from. And so I take this journey to the hospital, get there. My girlfriend's with me, and it's just a big ordeal. You know how the hospitals go. And so I finally get in the room or whatever the case is, and they're telling me that they're probably gonna get to the surgery like within the next day or two. So cool, fine. I understand that. By this time they had hit me with drugs and everything, so I was pretty calm. And they put my my leg was my hip was dislocated and it shattered. So first they had to relocate it, and then that's where most of the pain was coming from, the dislocation. At least that's what they was telling me. But once they figured it out, they put me to sleep, they put my leg back in place, I was feeling better. All right, so I'm in the hospital now. This happened on March 11th. It's a big ordeal. The crash destroyed all my phones. The internet service in there was horrible. Wouldn't none of my phone calls, like every time somebody tried to call me, the phone call would never pass through. Yeah, so I was there from March 11th to March 22nd. They were giving me 45 milligrams of Oxycontin a day. Um, I pretty much had to, like, relearn how to walk again. Not relearn, but had to get, had to become comfortable with walking again. Uh, I couldn't even shit on most toilets for some time. It was times my girl had to hold me over the toilet. And, it was an ordeal, man. I'm not even gonna lie about it. I had to avoid getting blood clots. Uh, I had to shoot myself with this needle for 3 weeks every day. It was just a lot. And I know other people have been through worse than that. But this is my story. And so, with all that being said, the guy hit me. He was held accountable. So, of course, there was some money involved. And just watching how everything plays out now, man, because I kind of walked myself into a stupid ass situation. I should have just went the way I was going to go from the start instead of switching up. But that's a lesson learned right there. And just not really sure what's really going on right now, man. I understand that I'm waiting and it's all this other stuff, and it just seems like, it really doesn't seem like, it just seems like most of what I do just doesn't even benefit me. It seems like it benefits, the people I mention, anyone I show love to, or whatever the case. That's what it seems to be, you know what I'm saying? It could be an enemy even. Not even an enemy, it could be someone that I really don't vibe with, you know what I'm saying? But a lot has changed, man. A lot. And I don't think I gave myself that solo time to adjust to the changes, you know what I'm saying? And so that's where I think, that's why I know I gotta make the change right there, man. It's about the single eye. And I haven't been being single eye lately. But yeah, so that's the story. I'm here. Again, a month later, a lot of nonsense has occurred, but I'm gonna stay firm. This is where I talk. This is where I get it in. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? GG2Fly67. What's going on with you? Fortnite Battler. What's going on with you, man? Well, the idea now is just stay sharp. I got a board over here, which I refer to. It's got a lot of my goals on it. It's got a lot of my studies on it. It's got some reminders on it. And just want to stay locked in with that board right there. Yeah. Tomorrow will be a better day. And just wanted to get on here, tomorrow maybe I'll get on here and do something happy, you know what I'm saying? Instead of always bringing some nonsense here, man. But that's the story right there. So I have 3. So the way they did it is like the way they did the screws and like the wires or whatever the fuck it is it forms 3 letter H's or 3 infinity symbols. Man, listen. So when I went to go get the x-rays on my hip, it was crazy because I'm looking at it and like, when they x-rayed my hip, but my stomach is also like in it, like my core is also within the x-ray. And I'm looking like, the fuck is that? And it's like a fucking, okay, so it's like an Egyptian cat or some shit. It looks like a dead cat soul or some shit is within the x-ray that I saw. Now, one could say the x-ray was wrong. One could say I was wrong. But I know I'm right. Now, if whatever's inside of me wasn't meant to be there, Would it be? See, that's the funny thing. You gotta be so careful about these things. And then, I did some research on that shit. And that shit is a feminine guy. So it's like, why is there something feminine trying to take hold within me? You know what I'm saying? It's like, what gave this? That's what I'm saying. Like, all this shit changed in March. It all changed in March, man. That's a fact. What's going on, man? All is well. It all changed in March. And it's funny now, because, like, I'm blocked and shit. It feels great. Like, if someone could do that, then you gotta know what's next, man. Lord. So you have to be understanding. You have to be smart. You have to be strong. And you gotta get some motherfucking rest. Bye. I'm out at the moment. The story of a lifetime, man. Story of a lifetime.